Bro, we gotta start potting. Y'all fake wasting mad time. 8:44.
So
you ready?
You two need to figure out how you introduce yourselves and then start your pot.
How about you see the intro before you gotta put your fucking intro?
I just asked her if that was what she said. He just be talking.
I do, Joe.
What the fuck?
But how about you see the talking before you gotta fucking judge?
Eat a dick.
Whose man's is this?
You gonna get beat up by the end of this episode.
You ready?
Yeah, we good.
All right. Pancho, be good?
Yeah, bro,
I'm just making sure. All right, hey, yo. Listen, man.
Good for 14 minutes.
Before the
Anyway,
pod.
what's going on, ladies and gents? It's episode 4 of the Being Black is Ghetto podcast. Your lovely host, Jay Evans. And to my left, I got my lovely co-host here. Introduce yourself.
You're Patty J.
And today, we have a special guest. You know, Nina Lee in the building, man.
Hi,
Nina
guys.
Lee. How you living over there, man?
I'm living well.
Living well?
Life is good.
All right. How's your
Always
week?
Nervous.
Everything good?
Everything is great.
You know,
Everything above ground is a good one.
We got a lot to get to with you today, but you know, Patty, how you living, man? Talk to me.
I'm good. A little tired after work, but I'm all right.
A little tired, extra late too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's
snitching.
my bedtime.
I'm snitching on the pod, man. So listen, man. There's a lot of stuff we was talking about prior to this starting. You know, I want to jump straight into it, man. But before we do, Nina, what do you do for a living?
I own a real estate brokerage. I'm a licensed real estate broker. So that's what I do for a living. I help people find their homes and apartments, and I help people with the biggest thing in their life, which is where they're going to live.
I'm sorry, man. You and your...
Why? It's true. It's what I do. I really do. I mean, I only work in luxury, and I do sales, and I do investments, but like that's what I do. I help people find where they're going to live at. If your house is not together, nothing else in your life is going to be together. People who don't have stable housing or comfortable housing are very chaotic, and how can you like focus on all the aspects of your life if where you live at is not? For some people, it's motivation. Like, you know, you hear the rap songs like, had to get out the ghetto, it was too crazy there. But like, you know.
What's really luxury in New York? Modern appliances make it luxury. Like, let's really talk about it since you want to talk about the things you sell.
An island in the middle.
So to be honest, there's levels to luxury in New York, right? So I do not work at the top level of luxury. I'm like mid-tier, affordable luxury. So most of the things I work with are 10, 15,000 and below. But you're certainly not in the luxury market if you're not at least at like $2,500 to $3,000 a month.
I just think that in New York, saying anything that just doesn't have brown cabinets is luxury is crazy to me. It's like, yeah, I don't live in a P's, so I live in a luxury apartment. Or you could live in that $3,000 apartment and then you're across the street from the P's.
That's true.
Well, I don't talk to suburbanites about city problems, but because of city planning, no matter where you are in the 5 boroughs, your chances are you're going to be closer to like a housing development. Whether or not you realize that it is a housing development, there's probably one in your neighborhood. Some of them are very obvious, aka the P's, and some of them are not so obvious. It's just like, oh, that looks like a pre-war building, but it might be a rent-stabilized building or something like that, so you may not know. So yeah, so I think that, one, there's projects in Chelsea. You walk past them, you don't even think that they're projects because of how they're maintained. But that has a lot to do with like allocation of funds, purposely not taking care of projects that service communities of color. So it's a little different, right? Like there's projects on 96th Street and up on the Upper East Side, right? But
we definitely know the Upper West Side projects. I'll tell you that much.
So there's projects everywhere is my point, right? So every project experience is not the same exact experience. True. If you go to the projects in Dykeman, right? Like they decorate their lobbies. It's super clean. There's no pee in elevators.
I work in Dumbo, Brooklyn, and for the longest I didn't know that there's projects right there near my job.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Because the way they have them set up, like they don't look like the projects.
NYCHA has small buildings also. So NYCHA owns, that's New York City Housing Authority. NYCHA owns like 5-story buildings as well that they have like sprinkled into like other buildings. And you wouldn't even know it was a NYCHA building unless you see the plaque like in the lobby that says.
It's because the tiny hat people, they buying them.
It's like this big and it's like NYCHA housing. And you're like, wait, what? So that is not a real concern to me, sir. But I definitely think like luxury, you have to have amenities. There's certain like bench points, right? Obviously, you're not going to be luxury if you don't have amenities. You might be in a really nice apartment or a gut renovation, but you have to have some sort of amenities, some sort of benefit to be there, you know, like.
Well, who's asking for all these benefits? So you telling me now, right, in New York, I got to pay $3,500 in rent for a 2-bedroom because y'all want to go throw a pool in there, a sauna, a game room downstairs. I just want someone to live. I just want someone to live where there isn't piss in the elevator. I just want something simple and easy. Yeah, I feel like in New York, they build all these buildings and they're purposely throwing all this stuff at you to justify the price. Yeah, we gave you guys this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, I don't even have somewhere to put my car at and I'm still paying $3,500 a month. That's crazy. Or if I do got somewhere to put my car, I got to pay more money on top of that high-ass rent price. Like that's crazy, bro.
So, again, I don't talk to suburbanites about New York City problems. But I will say this about how it's set up. You can live someplace nice that doesn't have amenities. That's not what y'all want. Y'all don't want that. Y'all want what y'all can Instagram.
No, I just want the nice apartment. I don't care about anything.
No, I'm just saying.
I just want a nice kitchen. That's my thing. Kitchen needs to be nice.
Listen,
the living room has to have a good amount of space.
I have seen people push themselves past a decent apartment that wasn't luxury because they want to live an aesthetic.
That's true.
As opposed to live their budget. You can't have everything.
I blame the influencers. I blame them.
And here's a trick for that. Half of them don't even pay rent. Like they get paid to be in those buildings. Oh, wow. They have contracts with developers to make or they're being paid by sponsors to be in a specific place and to shoot content, right? So you have to understand that. Like just even like when you see like their cars, a lot of their life is funded with brand deals. So while you're killing yourself to make this money, to do this, the companies fund their lives knowing that it's going to cause
people to go
spend their money to do that. So if it's my friend, I always tell them, they say you should make 40 times the rent typically. I think if you can't comfortably pay your rent in one paycheck, you probably should pause for a little while and then go from there. Also, if it really bothers you that much, luxury is not for everybody. Go buy a condo.
I do believe that statement with the influencer though. I had a call one time and I definitely met this girl. He was like, what do you do for a living? Because obviously it was downtown, Lower East Side, super nice building. So we get in there. Apparently it was because since that building is known to have influencers in it, somebody prank calls that building every day. So yeah, she always this is a constant thing. But anyway, so we asked her, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a content creator on TikTok, blah, blah, blah. She's like, this whole building is nothing but people like her. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. She was young as hell, probably 22 years old.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a thing, right? So, or they give them a discount on the rent. So I personally know of a building where the rent in that building starts off at $4,000. They have a content creator that lives there and he pays $1,500 a month. The building gave him because he shoots content in the building. And he makes the building pop. It makes people say, oh, he's going to move in a year. He's probably not even going to live there anymore.
That's crazy.
He doesn't
Somebody's
care.
going to be killing themselves to pay that $4,000.
Yeah, but it's part of the game, right? Same thing with luxury items, right? You can get anything for cheap. That doesn't mean, but people want the brand, right? You can have a nice leather bag. It doesn't have to be Louis or Gucci.
Make a trip to Canal Street real quick.
But they'll do it. Coach has some of the best made leather bags.
But
people don't want to buy it, at least in New York, right? Maybe
my mom always told me Coach has the best leather.
They have the best leather.
But you know how in our community, if something is not popping anymore, people don't want to buy it anymore. So
and that's the problem, right? So is it that you want a quality leather bag, or is it that you want to chase the brands and the Joneses? I have bags that are very popular that are not well made. You got to replace them every year because they're not well made. They're cute. They go with the vibes, but it's not a quality person. I'm not saying the brand. Don't.
So how would you describe your lifestyle then? How do you live on a day-to-day? Would you consider yourself bougie, a humble spirit, or do you live below your means?
I would say that humility lives inside of you.
Let's start this early. Hold on.
Red flag.
Flag on the play. Some cap in the raps.
I would say, no, listen, I live in gratitude. I wouldn't say I'm humble because I have a problem with the word humility. I think it's weaponized. But I definitely think I exist in gratitude. I understand that like everything that I have or everything that is given to me or I've accomplished could have went left. It didn't have to happen that way. Just because I'm blessed and just because people around me have been blessings to me does not mean that like that makes me better than other people. I think being smart makes you better than other people. I think that's something you can flex on people about. Like, I'm smarter than you for sure. Everything else is like up for grabs. You can be pretty today and ugly tomorrow. You can be skinny or have a nice body today and be a blimp tomorrow. Or I shouldn't say blimp because I'll probably get in trouble for that. But you could, your aesthetics can change physically, right? You can be popular today and not be popular tomorrow. All of those things are fleeting. The thing that's not fleeting is how your brain works and how creative and how smart you are. So that's that. But I think people tell people to be humble because they're intimidated. I don't think that anyone should be humble. I think you should always stand in your truth and stomp on people, but you should live in gratitude.
I just don't believe in people being arrogant. That's the only thing I don't like. Arrogance.
But if you're really good at something, what's the problem with like boasting that? Like I said, if I'm Steph Curry and I can shoot the ball from 30 feet away
when it comes
consistently,
when it comes into arrogance, sometimes it comes off like you're putting someone else down to make yourself feel good. If you feel good about yourself, just feel good about yourself. But you don't have to make somebody feel like they're less than because you feel confident.
Yeah, you can definitely just walk in your truth without, like, I don't have to walk into a room and tell someone I'm the baddest bitch in the room. Actually, I hate that term, but like, I don't have to do that, right? Because I'm comfortable with how I look, right? There may be some women that are going to be prettier than me. There may be some women who are going to be uglier than me. But guess what? I'm not even in control of that. That's the crowd, right? Like, I could be in a room and everyone's like, oh, she's so fine. And I could be in another room and they're like, she's mid.
Definitely mid.
What are they going crazy for?
Before this part is over, he gonna get beat up. I feel it.
Yo, listen.
You know, nobody would ever call me mid to my face in real life except for you.
Exactly.
And
that's
that's
how
because
you know.
their camera rolling.
We locked
because
in. We locked in, twin. We locked in, twin.
Violence is 100% an
been?
option. Okay. Keep calling me mid.
You know you my son for real, right?
If y'all want the exclusive, pay a little extra on the end.
Yo, listen, so I got a
Really
question
happy
for
to see
you,
the
right? Just so the people can get to know you, you know? How would a guy get your attention nowadays, especially via DM?
Ooh.
Because, she be on some, guys can't get next to me. Like, she Hollywood or something. You feel me? So they got to shoot that shot via, you know what I mean? Go throw a little
My page is private for a reason.
razzle dazzle in the DMs.
Well, all DMs are not created equal. So let's start there. And my page is private on purpose. But who slides in DMs? That's so weird.
What you mean sliding DMs? Listen, I am a DM slider. Electric slider.
That's why you wind up with who you wind
the
up
DM
with.
sliders be the most toxic men.
Relax. You have to relax.
I said that.
It's the truth.
And furthermore, that's why he winds up with the quality he winds up with.
Winds up with the quality
The
is
holes,
crazy.
the treaches.
Yes, you wind up with some very questionable vagina carriers.
Yo.
And if the fact that you found them on the internet aligns.
You have to relax. Not all of them, all right? It's a very small percentage. Thank you very much.
He gives plankton vibes. Chum bucket.
Chum bucket is crazy. Yo, anyway. Yo.
I think the last one sold coochie, but that's just me though.
I agree.
Sold Gucci is
I thought she was a vagina vendor, but I digress. It's fine. It's fine. You're the only one who didn't
Back
see
page.
Back page in the front.
I don't deny it.
She needs to calm her front. Is that how you Jamaicans say it? Calm your front?
Yeah, calm your front.
Calm your front. Calm your front.
You're too fast. You're too fast.
Too enough.
I cannot.
But yeah, don't be ducking and dodging, man.
I don't know. I'm trying to think the last time I acknowledged someone in my DMs. I don't know. I mean, okay. I have answered my DMs, but like,
What does it come with? Like if a nigga sends you a Cash App, is that good enough to answer your DM or like what?
I appreciate the food or breakfast or whatever he said. Thank you.
Do you even send thank you or you just gonna double tap and like it and call it a day?
That was happening like.
That's crazy, bro.
Because when you say thank you, they think it's an opening of a conversation.
It
They want to
definitely
come
is.
back and say something else.
Also, niggas be weird. They be weird. Like if I showed people my DMs, like they're weird. Like people, it's like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
The best, you know what the best thing to do is like, well, I don't really post a lot anymore, like at all. So it's like kind of a little weird. Like, what are you responding to a meme? Like, what are you talking? Like, bro, like,
Or the
Memes
sugar
be
daddy. The
funny,
sugar daddy
damn.
ones be the ones that be the most hilarious.
so send somebody. If he tells you he could trick on you, tell him to send it.
I don't even respond.
No. Tell him send it. Say stop talking to me until you send it.
That's true. So you can see if they really about it or not.
And or you say, better yet, this is an option. Cause like you're already being weird, right? So like let's go all the way with the weird.
Is it
right?
really being weird or y'all be knowing what y'all doing?
No. If
What?
you approach
We just
me,
posting-
if you
No. She don't just be posting. She be knowing what she be doing on the timeline.
Wow, it's wild. Blocking you. If you jumped in my DMs and was like, I could change your life, change it. Change it. Why are you lying? Change it.
So if bro hop in your DM right now and say, yo, I make X amount of dollars, I'll move you out, I'll fly you out today to get to know you.
Who does
So
that?
I'll be like, I don't know. I don't got that. That's not my tax bracket. But I'm just assuming for a man that makes north of, I don't know, 500 grand, be like, yo, listen, I seen you on the gram. I'm interested in you. I'm trying to fly you out to get to know you. What's the word? What you gonna
Fly
say
to
to
New
that?
York. You got money. Come up here.
What you gonna do in New York for real?
I live here. I'm not
What if-
going out
why-
of town to see anybody.
That's dangerous.
That's wild.
Going out of town to see somebody is crazy.
It is crazy.
That is high level hoeing. I'm cool on that.
And they expect to have sex with you once you take that flight.
Yeah, and I have no coochie for them. Fresh out. I ain't got nothing for you. So I do think that, first of all, a man that's really interested in you is going to come to you. He's not going to ask you to come to him. Maybe once you guys get to know each other, he wants to see you. He's going to be like, hey, I'll fly you out. I want to see you. Let's hang out. But like, yo, hop on a plane, shorty. You are girl number 743. Like, you just something to do and you gonna go get done. And that's fine if that's what you're into. But like, he don't like you, sis. He don't know you. He don't like you. And if he has access, he could make some shit shake in your city. Like,
So what is your opinion on the men that lead with money?
keep leading. I don't know how to say this. Leading with money is not bad as long as you're not upset about what comes with that. You can't lead with money and then be mad that people want you for money. Like, you don't get to do both.
That part.
It's just like women who lead with sex. Like, I'm never telling people that I have good coochie because I don't intend to sleep with you and I don't sleep around and I don't sleep with people pretty quickly. So you'll never catch me like, I got the best poom poom in the world. I'm a best eater. Like, I don't
Best
even talk
eater's
like that. I don't
crazy.
speak like that. But if I did speak like that, I couldn't be mad if men led with
Only
like
wanna have sex.
trying to have sex with me very quickly. I'm like, I'm a plant. I'm an amoeba. I like to tell people I'm an amoeba. And then I can find out if he's stupid or not. Because if he doesn't know what amoeba is, then like, not that bright.
I don't know what that is either.
You're not that bright.
That is crazy.
It's a single cell
I'm wild
organism.
smart. I'm wild smart.
And amoebas are asexual, so they don't have sex. They just replicate. It's an asexual organism.
You know what energy you give? You give that. It's a new year. I'm a born again like virgin all over again. Like my body can't reset. That's what it be feeling like.
It's like a credit report. It falls off every 7 years.
that's the energy.
Every
you
7
give.
years, the inquiries disappear. No, I don't. Not really. I don't think. You think I come off like that for real?
That's exactly how you feel. That's exactly how you coming off.
That's how I come off.
A bit.
I claim my
One of
hoes.
the I don't have exes had ass.
I own my exes.
I own is crazy.
Yeah, you mine for life, bro.
Niggas is property now.
Absolutely.
Men have no
You see now, if
self-worth.
I said that, I'm canceled.
Men have no self-worth.
Self worth. Why
Not
you say
at all.
that?
Y'all hoes. Y'all give it up too easy. Y'all just go and swing y'all wee-wee around. No
Bro, you have to
self-worth.
relax. Niggas have decorum.
Where?
What you mean?
First off,
I am the epitome of
men have
decorum.
no self-worth, and believe it or not, men take back women that cheat more often than people think.
They do.
That
Women
is
have
true.
a bigger standard for cheating than men do.
Yep.
But what I will say is this. We think that men won't do it because men don't talk about it.
That's true.
Like women talk too fucking much.
That part.
We want to go. We want to tell all of Instagram and TikTok.
I believe in
cheated on
taking.
me.
I believe in taking butt in peace.
I like you. Taking my nigga back, girl. Shut up.
Taking butt in peace.
I'm not saying nothing.
I don't go looking either. I'm on my business.
Listen. Men definitely accept cheaters. They be lying. They will say like, I will leave her. I will this. I will that. I think that when a men don't love as easily as women do, and when they really do love you,
Don't settle for anything.
they
No self-worth.
will figure it out. It takes a lot for them to leave. I wouldn't say they don't have self-worth, but I think it's just like women who stay with men who cheat. It's like, I love you. I want this to work. And while I'm not happy with what you did, what you bring to my life outweighs this particular action.
I think everybody's standard is different. Some
People
people
need
will
to be-
tolerate it, some people won't.
Yeah, like people need to be realistic with cheating. Like, yeah, I get it. So somebody cheated on you. Obviously, it's probably one of the worst things you could go through in a relationship. But realistically, there is people out there in the world that maybe your partner literally cheated one time and they never did it for the rest of their life. Like it was just a mistake.
I mean, I
for
don't
that
judge
one
women
time.
that take back cheaters because I've been that woman before. Just for me, I can't do it. Because I can't trust you after that.
Yeah, neither can I.
I'm going to always be asleep with one eye open. Like,
I've tried it. So
I just think that I think you can't cheat on me, right? Like there's
I beg thy pardon?
Wait, and I'm gonna tell you, well, not you specifically, but I think that that's the sentiment a lot of times, right? Like it's like I don't deal with cheaters. No, you can't cheat on me. You're not a person that if you cheated on me, I would take you back, right? I think everybody has someone or there's something that they might run into that might change that perspective, right? So I typically say, like, if I find out, if it crosses my desk, you're out of here. I'm probably not going to look for it, but if it comes across my desk, it's off with your head. But at the same time, I don't know, if I was married for, had kids and built a life with someone, I don't know that I'm going to be like, I'm out.
I agree with that too. Because I believe in once you get married, you don't get divorced. But for me, I just feel like if my husband decides to do that, just know that we're going to have an open marriage from now on.
He's going to be injured. There's going to be a physical assault that occurs.
I might put a little poison every couple of days in his food.
I'm great with knives. It'll be fine. But I just think like...
Yeah, we here.
Yeah, it's fine.
it's like in the Oz when they put crushed glass in his pasta and kept feeding him, started bleeding.
I ain't going to play with your food. I'm going to cut you directly with a knife out of the kitchen.
I'm going to play with the food.
I'm going to go and buy a new set of knives.
I want you to feel it over time, bubble in your stomach.
All right, let's relax. All right. So do you believe cheating is a rich nigga sport?
Absolutely.
Yes. Agree.
How dare you be poor?
And cheat.
Right. Why are you not getting some money with your free time? Like, this is why it's a rich man's sport. Oftentimes, I'm already sacrificing so many things to be with your broke ass. There's probably other men that have more money than you that I've turned down in pursuit of loyalty with you. And the thing that makes me stay is that I think you love me. I think you're loyal to me. And I think you genuinely want to be with me, right? And the time and the attention and all the feels, right? You get all the feels. To then find out that while I'm at work, working my 40 to 50 hours for the week because can't take a day off because you ain't got no money.
Not too much on the brokies.
Not too much.
She's speaking facts, though.
I'm just saying.
100%. I support this message.
I worked my... I hate y'all.
I am Patty J and I stand by this message.
Okay, let me set it up like this. Imagine you working 40 hours a week is a regular week. You do a little overtime. So let's say you're working 45 to 50 hours a week, right? You're tired. You're still coming home. You're cooking. You're cleaning. You're giving up vagina. You're giving up head. You are listening to all of his problems, being emotional support, pouring into him. If you're a good woman, you're pouring into him, telling him, hey, this is temporary. We could do this. Like, you're doing all the things, right? And Then you find out that like while you were on your third shift of the week, dead tired, he was sliding in coochie. Honestly, like, what do we like? How do you come back for that? Like, what is the conversation that happens that says, "I'm gonna stay"? Because if I like myself, I know I could do this alone, and I can't get worse because you're broke. Like, it can't get worse than you.
You can't be broke and have nerve.
But what about, so what do you say to the women that
audacity.
just feel like that man is giving them extremely, you know, good up, that they just don't want to walk away from it?
There's always better.
All right, so how long is it going to take for you to find that better?
It don't take long. Y'all hoes.
What you mean?
I would also offer this to women who think that learn your body. Because really and truthfully, if you know your body, you don't really have bad sex. You have bad sex because you let men control the sex.
That makes sense.
Like, if you're doing things solely to please a man, that's why you think that you have to deal with this man. If you know it's very weird. Like, a lot of women like don't know their bodies. They don't know like what turns them on for real. They don't know how to touch themselves or anything like that. And so they really are relying on their partner for all of their like physical satisfaction. But if you can DJ yourself real well, you can also,
or you know the angles.
the angles. You can certainly make anybody a good sexual partner as long as he doesn't have a micro penis. I don't know how you work with that. That is beyond me. But even like a medium penis, like everyone,
average. You could do something average.
Everyone says like I know a lot of women will sit there. The internet is a terrible place, right? Because they go on the internet and say,
Internet is not a real place.
it's not a real place. I need 10 inches.
10 inches is painful.
First of all, anatomically, that makes no sense. Like, I want to take people back to sex ed.
We're not that in depth.
You're not that in depth, sis. So if you get a good 5, you cool. 4 to 6s, like, where are you working with? Like, come on. Like, what are y'all talking about? It sounds insane. I want a remote control. Why would you want a remote control inside of you? That's weird.
Remote control is crazy.
I see these things on the internet. They're like, it gotta be as big as a remote. I'm like, why would you?
I support that message too. I do think they need to be big because I just be wilding. I like pain at the same time, so I'm a little off. But
good luck with
Viewers' discretion is advised.
Jesus.
you know, pain and pleasure, the mixture.
There's other ways to achieve that. You don't have to break it. You don't have to break it, girl. You could save it. Save it. Don't break it.
So why do you think, at least according to like a Twitter timeline, that broke niggas slang the most? Know what I mean?
They already have too much. They have all the time in the world to do it.
So why is a woman y'all allowing that though?
Who's
like? Do you know that the 9 times out of 10?
doing that.
I feel like 9 times out of 10, you know that the nigga be broke. So why are you bothering to entertain said broke nigga?
Her and I believe we don't entertain the broke niggas.
I also think
maybe
I will
in my
say
past,
this.
but not now.
I don't think most women can identify a broke nigga.
So how would you?
Oh, it's not about me. It's about them. It's not about me.
I think I identify me. I can tell the man in the club buying all the bottles. Those be the ones 9 times out of 10 that live in the basement and don't have nothing.
Those bottles be expensive. $1,500 in the club.
Big facts.
What you mean? Sections be expensive.
Because anybody with money knows that's a stupid way to spend your money.
Well, I won't even say, I do know people who, air quote, have money who will do that, but I don't think it goes the way that people think it goes, right? So, like, oftentimes, to your point, flashy men are poor men, right? Like, they're so busy with keeping up the appearance of having money, they don't actually have money, right? So anyone who's chasing a look or an aesthetic, and that goes for men and women. If you're chasing a look or an aesthetic, you're gonna have a burnout 1,000 times, right? Like, but I think that for most women, they're not attracted to men with money. They're attracted to flashy men. And so what happens? That's how they wind up paying these niggas bills too, right? Because you meet a man. By you, I mean you. Definitely not me, but you. You meet a man. And he has on the chains, he has the car, he has, the designer, and then he sits you with the sob story. Like, maybe he even love bombs you and
or they say I'm down right now.
Or
hold it down for me real fast.
What I mean?
I'll pay you back on Friday.
Or, you know.
If you can't pay me back, if you can't do it now, you can't do it Friday.
Why am I your support system, bro?
Not too much on the bi-weekly checks now. You feel me? Let us rock, right?
No, but here's the thing. Like, it's like one of those things where it's like, I meet you, and within a month, like, maybe you take me out of some nice places, whatever, cool. Anyone could front for a month.
That's a fact.
Right? If within the first 90 days, he's going through some shit.
Exit.
Red
flag. Pull it up.
But
Red flag. Red flag.
Because in 90 days, you should still be lying to me about your problems. Like, I shouldn't know that you're broke. You should be reaching out to your cousins, your mother, your father, your sisters.
But they didn't use up the money with them. That's why.
See, this is why I gotta
they
offer
got
some.
Too many loans.
This is why I gotta offer some pushback now, right? So what you mean he should be lying to you? If a guy coming out the gate and giving you the real, yo, listen, I'm working on this, that, and the third. I'm a little down right now.
If you're broke, you should not be dating.
Why is that not valid to keep him around? Like,
if you're broke, you should not be dating.
So I think it's okay.
I'm appalled.
So
you shouldn't. You can't find. You cannot support. If you can't do things for your partner, you shouldn't be dating. Be by yourself. Get your money together, and when you have it,
but what if you could afford the minuscule level of dating? Like, I can afford to go out.
Minuscule partner.
I could afford to go out on dates with you right now and stuff. But obviously, if you want to freaking get married today and move out tomorrow, I can't afford to do that right now.
Yes,
everything is increments and
it's like $50 in the courthouse. What you talking about?
So I'll say this, right? I think we're having two different conversations, right? Because there's a difference between not being able to like do extravagant things versus hold me down, I'm broke right now, right? Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with, especially if you're young in your 20s and kind of like, I'm building life. This is what we're doing, right? But I feel like last week we was at the club. This week, you know, we're going to like 5-star restaurants, and the next week it's like, oh, yo, can I hold some? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's definitely the nose touch. That's a fact. It's definitely the nose touch.
Yo, shit didn't even come through. Like, that's crazy. Like,
homie died last week.
Ain't hit.
I had to give him money to his funeral.
You know what I'm saying? My first thought is you're irresponsible, right? And like, this is not gonna go well. But I'm gonna say it anyway.
I support this message. I'm Patty J, and I support this message.
Wait till the message, because you might not like it. Women should be dating men who are leaders. And when you're dating a man, you're vetting leadership. You're not vetting companionship nearly as much as you're vetting leadership.
But I'll say something about the leaders.
So
it's hard being with them.
Well, learn how to fall in line.
Discourse.
You have to learn to fall in line.
But your job is to choose a good leader that you don't mind falling in line for, right? Like, and a leader should also look at what you want, what you need. Like, you're trusting this man with all of these decisions, right? And he should be including and thinking of and like 10 steps ahead of all of that. So you really shouldn't be with someone that makes you feel like a caged bird, because that means that he's not leading you. He's just being a terrorist.
And controlling.
Yeah, it's different. A leader is someone who's like, I know that this is what's important to her. Let's say like you're in school. He's like, all right, I know she's in school. This is important to her. So I'm going to make sure that she's able to do that and do this. And, you know, and I'm going to make moves for us to do, you know, like that sort of thing, right? When I say leadership, you're vetting leadership. Why is he broke? Like, that means that you had money last week and you didn't save anything? That's a big question. Like, you was up 7 days ago. We was just in STK. I hate that restaurant, by the way. We was just in STK.
STK is great.
It's trash.
I never had it.
But we don't bother.
She's a hater.
But you were just in STK, and the bill was like $500, and you was, you know, I'm throwing random numbers out there, $500. You was Instagramming the receipt and all that, and how you need a loan. No.
You better go wash them dishes at
I ain't
STK.
gonna lie. That's why I be saying, you call me a hater. I think it's okay to pocket watch. I ain't gonna lie, I think it's OD okay to pocket watch, because
elaborate, please.
So I'm saying, yo, for example, right? I always use this example. For the people that owe you bread, if I give you $100, don't tell me you don't got it, and then I catch you on Instagram, same type of thing. You popping mad bottles in the club. Yo, it's my man's birthday. I just boot a bag on him. But you owe me some bread, gang. What you mean?
That's why
I'm
people
pocket watching wild hard.
That's why I don't give out loans.
So I'm saying, I need my
you need a
ends
loan, go
today.
to the bank. I don't give out loans.
I don't think you should loan money to people.
I don't.
I think
not
that,
even $20. I'm sorry, I need all my money.
Unless it's a family member.
I don't care about them.
Well, I would loan to a family member because I know where you live. And I'm going to see you regardless. If you know what I'm saying.
Definitely.
But
I believe in suing family.
I do think like you should watch how he spends money and how he is a steward, right? Like I don't think it's broke to say I can't afford to do those things, so we're gonna do other things instead.
Exactly.
But it is a problem if he's gonna go try to do all those things and then guilt you. Like, oh, you was there, you ain't have a problem with it. All right, well, I have a problem today. And you, like, why you not calling your friends? None of your boys around you got money?
Or why don't men present this lifestyle they know they can't keep up with, and then get mad when women start to say something after a while?
Yeah, no.
Because men have bad days too. Goes back down to, last conversation that we had about a man saying no. I mean, you asked me to hold it down X amount of times, whatever you going through it. All right, I'm gonna hold it down. The one time I don't got it, now you ready to go into the next nigga that do got it. That's not crazy to you? After all the times I might have held you down, the one time.
What's all the time?
I say no, I'm saying.
And what are you saying no
I
to?
just feel like in a partnership, you both should be helping each other at all times, in my opinion. You
That
both should
part.
be helping each other. It
I
shouldn't
feel-
just fall on one person.
So I'm saying. But
Look at
she
her
over there sounding like exactly the minute a guy hits some rough times.
No,
like,
I don't think that. I'm joking.
Damn, that's
I'm joking.
tough. Like,
Because like for my boyfriend and I invest in him, he invests in me. It's equal.
I'm
Because we know
joking.
it's investing for our future.
I do think you should hold down your partner, but they should be your partner. I don't think it should be like somebody who you just met.
Yeah.
Y'all are like in 90 days. You couldn't even get him in the country if he was like a foreigner. You've known the nigga 90 days. Like, what are you doing? A lot of people also fall for love bombing. I'm not one of them people.
I used to be that person. I used to.
A lot of women value attention and affirmation above like execution.
That comes from falling in that trap comes from not having self-worth and being be insecure. So when a person presents you all these things, you're like, oh my God, and you're holding on to that. When you learn self-worth, it's like you realize like, I'm gonna have a timer on it. Like after, like you said, 90 days, I'm still paying attention. If you're not keeping up the same thing, then I'm gonna realize, oh, you was playing. You was just doing it in the beginning to get my attention.
That 90-day rule thing is a real thing.
But also, I've noticed too, you could tell if a man's love bombing or not because they'll little by little start pulling things off if you pay attention. They'll do it in the beginning. Before the 90 days is over, they'll start to do little by little, pull away little by little if you pay attention.
It's push and pull. They yo-yo you.
I can't relate. Listen, shorty, the energy you get day one,
It's
energy
like
you get on day 36.
they do enough so you won't
Feel me?
leave, but won't do enough for you to, like, they'll have you like on your toes. Like,
And
I
they'll
don't
blame
know.
you.
Yeah.
They'll like create like a situation where it's your fault. Women do it too though. Like women pull a lot of same manipulations.
We got game. Just like men got game.
We do. And I think unfortunately what happened is that during the sassy nigga apocalypse, they started
Sassy
playing
nigga apocalypse.
some of our games with us and we didn't know how to play defense. Like
True.
they Kaiser Sosate us with that broke nigga shit. They did. They got y'all out here talking about let's go 50-50. I'm an independent woman. I don't need no nigga.
Listen, that 50-50, I'm telling you, with me, 50, if we're gonna go 50-50, we're going 50-50 on everything. Laundry, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, doing everything else around the house. It's not gonna just fall on me. I'm not gonna go work, kill up myself, and then and you want me to spend the same amount of money in bills with you? Nah, I'm good.
I agree. But they don't feel that way.
I gave
It's
my
like,
opinion
I
already.
still
so.
want to work.
It happens. It's rare, but there
I
are
think
men
like
that.
even with that, like ultimately there's gender roles, right? Because like I hate to tell you this, but like if I go to your house and it's dirty, I'm looking at your girl like she's a bum.
That part.
I don't care that y'all are 50-50. You're nasty. You're a waste woman. Is that
As
how
a
you
woman
say
to
it?
sit, yep, and as a woman to sit in a space that's nasty.
You're
don't make sense.
nasty, and you're worthless. Just like when my friends call me, and you're broke and you're having sex with a man.
Ugh. That red flag. Pull it up, please.
Lock your box
Pull
up.
up the red flag.
Lock your box up. Focus.
If a friend call me and they're like, first off, like I could speak on that. I got kids. I have 2 kids. Why is it that me with a person I have 2 kids, you're calling me for a loan, and you have a man, you have no kids, and you live at home? Why are you calling me?
Put a name on the bullet. Sheesh. Yo.
Excuse me? Like, absolutely not. I
No.
don't call nobody for no loans.
I'm not gonna lie, I have a rule. If I know you're having sex with a man and you ask me for money, I'm not giving it to you.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't give out loans, period.
It'd be
Especially
funny-
because I got 2 kids. Who you calling my phone?
That's why it'd be funny to me now that we're in this like OnlyFans era, and a lot of girls like look down on those type of girls. But oh my gosh, you're like selling your front on the internet. I'm like, You out here giving your front for free.
That
At least
part.
these girls is out here buying real estate. They buying property. They doing a whole lot with this selling their front on the internet. At least you giving it out to get something in return. You out here giving, once again, your good up, poom, poom to the broke nigga down the block on 161. Like, that's crazy.
I also think, like, why your man don't got a network? Because, all right, let's say he's having a bad day. He don't get paid till Friday. Why he don't got nobody to call and make that shit shake to make sure you're good? Right? Because
I think a man should, if a man is falling under, it should be a secret. Like, you shouldn't know that. Like you said, you shouldn't know that.
if y'all live together, right? If we're sharing the same household, that's something different. But if I go to my house and you go to your house at night, what we talking about? Where are your peoples at?
Because even me as a woman, I can't see myself, like, I'll find a way. I don't like begging anybody for anything. I'll find a way. I'll figure it out.
I think you should have a network. I think, like, okay, so, like, for instance, let's say, like, because I work in commissions, right? So, like, realistically speaking, I don't get paid on Friday. I might go 2 or 3 months without getting paid, and then I might get, like, a really big check. Or, especially in the beginning of my career, like, that was, like, a real thing. Like, you would get all these checks, and then you go, like, 3 months, no check, and you're just like...
So you got to learn money management early on.
Got to. And then as your business grows, you get... you learn to always kind of have something coming in. But in the beginning, when you start off, it's feast and famine, right? Call your friends. If I was dating someone, like, brand new, I would call my best friend, girl, my phone about to get cut off. Can you pay my phone bill? Okay, girl. Like, I wouldn't.
But I don't know. I guess for me, because I feel like because I have kids, I put myself in that position. I put myself there. How dare I come and ask somebody else? That's just how I feel.
No, I agree with you, but I'm just saying, like, it's the network, right? So my thing is like, and I'm only saying, like, ask your friends or your family. Like, I'd ask my dad, I'd ask my mom, like, if I just mess with one. I'm not talking about somebody, like, you're sleeping with. I'm talking about, like, we're on date number 5 and I like you. Before I'm like, yo, my phone gonna get cut off. Because first of all, I don't want you to know that I'm a bum. Like, I like I'm a bum. My phone is about to get cut off. I'm a bum right now. Like, but I like you and I want to keep going on dates, and we can't go on dates if you can't call me, right? So I would call my friends and be like,
Y'all talk to me only on Wi-Fi. It's crazy.
FaceTime. That's how you get a
FaceTime only, right? But yeah, like, I would call my friends and my family first. Why would you not do that?
All right, so just to pivot real fast then. What is one thing that a guy can do that will immediately turn you off? Or what are the things a guy can
Talk
do that's going
negatively
to
about
turn
their
you
ex or their children's mother. That turns me off immediately.
Say that again just one more time.
Talk negatively about their ex or their baby mother. That turns me off.
Why does that bother you?
Because I'll then be the next victim.
How you know you're going to be a victim? What if he's just telling you so that way he doesn't, like, you don't trigger his
A real
past
man,
traumas?
I've seen the difference. A real man is you're not going to ever hear him talk negatively about his ex just because. If you end up in that conversation and I brought it up and then he starts to speak about it, even with that, they won't talk negatively about their ex. They'll just say it didn't work out, or they'll downplay how bad it was. But if a man starts going in on how she was crazy, she was dirty, she was this, she was that, that turns me off. Because it's like, you were with her. So what does that make you?
Traumatized.
I mean,
You need to heal.
I partially...
No, I'm going to therapy.
No, I mean, I think
I
that.
partially agree.
Whenever I see a man do that, I go, you're traumatized and you need to heal. Like, you need to...
Or the baby mother for me is even worse because you had a child with this person. And you can't respect them at least because they almost... Having a child, you could die. You can't respect her on that level because she almost died having your child. Like, at least respect her on that level where you don't have to talk bad about her. You had a kid with her.
And honestly, stop telling me your dick is poorly managed. Because, like, that's what that looks like. Like, let's just say you have a one-night stand with a girl. You're telling me that you're so nasty and dirty. You had a one-night stand, unprotected. Could have caught AIDS, but all you caught was a kid. Mm-hmm. And now you're mad, and you want to tell me and try. No, you should have managed your body differently.
Take accountability.
Take accountability. Mm-hmm. Even if she's a trash-ass person, that's still there's that trash-ass person is responsible for raising your kids. Mm-hmm. And for your exes, again, like, take account. I don't trash my exes.
I used to do that, but I learned how toxic that is. Because I was with them at the end of the day. I stayed in those situations.
I just believe
so how dare I talk negative about them?
If somebody tell me, I mean, if somebody asks, I'll tell. But yeah, I'm not going to come out the gate and just be like...
I'll tell the story of how things went left, but I won't, like, be like...
Don't do that.
But I would... I won't say no. Okay, it already happened. I already did. Okay, we're going forward.
It's
I won't
the
do
finger
that.
for me. Yo.
Don't ever do that.
Why?
It's ammo.
You're right.
It's ammo. Don't do that.
It's not. You know what's crazy about that though? Because people will say that, but low key, people be telling on themselves when they do talk about their ex. That's why when you hear them start giving their story, oh, she was this, that, and the third, she got mad at me because I did X, Y, and Z, and then you start dealing with that person, you're like, oh, you can see why. I'm like, you know what? I see why your ex moved like that because you did this, that, and the third.
See, that's why
I'm saying, I ain't gonna lie.
Now you hear what I'm talking about when I say it's ammo? It's ammo. Mm-hmm. Like, it didn't work out.
But that's what I'm saying. So you gotta hold accountability because say I'm talking to this girl, she'd be like, oh yeah, with all my exes it didn't work because this, and the third. So now when I start really dating you, we start getting to the issue of the relationship, you're gonna start telling, when I start seeing these same signs that all these other niggas seen, at what point you gonna acknowledge like, yo, nah, shorty, like you bugging. Like you definitely are bugging, bro. Fix it.
Well, she didn't want to fix it. If she did, she wouldn't be repeating the same behavior. But it's ammo, and don't do that. If a nigga tells it, I saw this on Instagram and I was like, this is probably like, she explained it better than I could ever. I always say it's ammo and I never could really articulate it. I stole it this is coming from somebody else. But she basically said like, you wind up setting the bar so low for what they have to top to be with you. So it's like, if you tell me, like I can cook my ass off, right? If you come to me and you're like, I never had a girl cook for me, and nigga, I'll make you a tuna melt. I know you're gonna be happy. You feel me? Like, it's not to say like I would do that per se, but I also know like if you come home and there's just a tuna melt there, you better not beef with me about that because nigga, the last bitch had you eating out every day. At least you got home to a tuna melt. You know what I mean? Like, same thing with man. Like, you over there talking about how he cheated on you 57 times and he did this, he did that. Like, he could do a whole bunch of other bare minimum shit and be like, well, at least I'm not cheating on you. Your ex used to cheat on you, right?
The old me that was slide. Now, hell no. Absolutely not. I speak on my non-negotiables in the beginning. I will not tolerate this, and this. You do that, that's it. And I'm dead serious. Text me if you want to. I'm dead serious. I will not settle anymore ever again.
Well, I definitely understand that sentiment, but I also think that you should never give people ammo. When someone asks you,
now that you put it that way,
you should always give them a PR response. It didn't work out. We were growing in different directions.
I don't know who. I'm seeing right through that. That's bullshit. Off the rip. If you only give me them answers, I'm gonna be like, you're hot as something. I know you hot as something. Because why you don't want to keep it a stack?
Why
like I said, listen, I'm not one to care about the next nigga, but at the same time, like I said, if it does come up in conversation, we just talk about, I'm like, just regular shit, like, yo, how a fine young woman like you is still single, you know? Oh yeah,
First off, you starting off
whatever the case
with that
is,
type
like,
of comment, I'm gonna leave you right there anyway.
Like, or regardless of, and then like I said, it's just always,
man.
Guys don't know how to take care of me, or or you just like you said, you want to keep it. Oh, it just didn't work out. What do you mean it didn't work out? It just didn't work out. Interesting. Mental note. Red flag. Because why you don't want to expound?
Why do you care? If a guy comes up to me and says, hey, why are you single? I'm like, well, stick around. Let's figure it out.
I definitely want to know because, like I said, at least in my personal experience,
you're gonna prove her point. Keep talking.
Oh no, this is what I'm saying. This is why I have a problem with her point because, like I said, you're doing that PR response because you're trying to hide your red flags. I'm asking these questions because I want to know what I'm signing up for.
But let's be real. No one ever admits they're wrong in the situation. They always only speak about what the person did to them.
You know what's crazy?
That's why we advocate for therapy because I definitely acknowledge the red flags
through therapy. But most people are not in therapy, so they're going to give a response where they are in a good light.
They're in a victim mode, and honestly, the truth is why we don't relationship. It didn't work out. That is 100% the truth. It didn't work out because it didn't work out. I either got tired of it or you got tired of it, but somebody got tired of whatever we were doing, and we out. There's all the details is just mud in the water. The end result is one of us fucking quit or both of us quit. We quit. We're not together. I'm single because we both quit. The end.
There's levels to the quit. There's levels to the let's have a respectable conversation about we're going to go our separate ways.
It sounds like he uses it for ammo.
It is. Oh, he weaponizes everything. Yeah. You can't trust him.
Like I said, there's levels to that quit. It's like, do we end amicably and be like, all right, we can still be friends, or it's I stopped fucking with this nigga, so I just slept with like 3 of his friends, and that's how we stopped talking.
Why does that matter?
Because I don't want you to sleep with my friends. The fuck? What you mean?
So I do think, okay, so I understand that, but like I think you can see that that person has a character flaw in other ways, other than just saying like, I'm a whore that slept with my ex-boyfriend at the basketball team. Like nobody says that.
But
anyway.
women got game too, just like men. Like I said, we love bomb, like she said earlier, like men do sometimes. That's what women do sometimes. So you won't know for real, for real.
I don't know. I feel like people should put they red flags in Front Street. For
I
example,
agree.
you know, I'll give myself, right? I am a prime advocate for, listen, my problem is I treat girls that is not my girlfriend like they're my girlfriend. I say it with a straight ass face. And I don't know if
He not
certain women
lying.
hear that and they do the whole, you know, oh, that's
But
cool.
he's setting
or
himself
like,
up to fail every time he tells women that too. He needs. I keep telling you, stop doing that.
like
Stop doing that.
I say this.
That is one of my problems.
But that's how women are going to continue to take advantage of you because you keep doing that.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not taking advantage of me because now you really expect me to, or you expect to be my girl. When I hit you with you're dead not my girl.
But you spent your money and you wasted your time. You spent your money and your time already. So what does it matter?
That's the topic in itself because men are constantly going to spend money on women. We're always the one that's going to come out of our pocket. When are y'all going to really come and spend money on us for whatever the case is? We get money spent on us for 2 days out the year, Christmas and our birthday.
Okay, but you could spend money, but you just said you treat them like your girlfriend. That's the difference. You could spend money, but treating them like your girlfriend is a different level. You putting them above the bar of just spending money.
I mean, what?
So you're wasting more time.
Treating somebody like your girlfriend nowadays, though, is not even that crazy. You take a girl out to dinner and maybe pick her up from work. I feel like that's girlfriend treatment, is it not?
He is a lover boy.
Very much so.
Certified.
And he likes to be loved. And
he likes to feel needed, too.
He likes to feel needed. Mm-hmm. And so it's true. Because
feel needed is crazy.
I go off about this and his trollops all the time where I say, why are you doing that for that girl? Stop doing that. And I get yelled at and told, see, this is why I don't tell you anything. And I go, okay, fine. I don't say anything else.
She's trying to teach you that women have game too.
No. I try to teach him that in the end, you experience things very differently from how she's going to experience that, right? And you're going to be irritated and frustrated far before she will. Because in the end, he lives a very black and white, right is right and wrong is wrong way of thinking. And that's not how most people exist. So when he goes like, oh, this is wrong, she shouldn't do this, or that's not right, I try to tell him all the time, like, nobody cares what's right or wrong. Nobody cares. You're the only person that cares. Everyone else is just doing what feels good to them at the time, or they live in the gray. You can't do that. You got to figure it out. So he does that lover boy nonsense, and then the girl will eventually act in the gray, and then now he mad.
Because you know what my biggest problem is in the dating scene? I just feel like I can't find the medium ground of being nice and, you know, having manners, like your mother raised you correctly, versus dead ass just being a fuck boy or just like I said, a nigga with no decorum. Like I said, you do the little things like I said, you open a door for a girl, pay for the dinner. Now all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, I never had a guy do this for me, like you said earlier. So it's like,
Run.
I was just about to say
where's the middle
you
ground?
need to find a one. Okay, because
trying to be a nice guy.
I tell him all the time too. He needs to find a woman on his level. I feel like what you give, you need to look for in a woman to give you back, so it's equal. I tell you that all the time.
Stop dating girls who don't know their daddy. Stop doing that. Stop dating women who don't know who their father is. Like they can't pick the nigga out of a lineup. Don't stop doing that.
You have to relax.
I'm serious.
I'm gonna take a sip on that one because my daddy alive. He married my mama still. So
I'm just saying, stop.
Shout out to the girls that come from 2-parent households.
Stop dating women who don't know who their father is. And the reason that I say that is because even if your father's not in the house, right? Having a relationship with your natural father, I know there's exceptions, like people have great stepdads or whatever, that's cool, whatever. But not having a strong male influencing your life will not help you be a good woman. You need someone who's told you from young what a woman is from a man's perspective. Like my dad used to sit there and be like he would take me to go play chess with him. My dad plays a lot of chess, so he did when he was younger. But he used to go outside and play chess. He does on the computer now. Just take me with him to go play chess. We would sit in the park and play chess and stuff like that. And we would see women walk by, and he would point out what was unacceptable. Like, oh, look at that. And that didn't mean stop me from doing a lot of shit because I did it anyway. But I understood how people were going to view me when I was doing it. I wasn't oblivious to it, right? So, like, you see a girl walk by half naked with a baby carriage, and he'd be like, she's a whore. And she got that baby, and you see her all the time. You'll never see her with a man. She's never going to have a man. And I'm like, this nigga's mean.
But it's funny because even a story like that, like I had my kids young. I got pregnant at 17, had my baby at 18. I never forget, me and my kid's father were dating, and he always wanted me to look a certain way. So like the story you just said with the girl that was dressed a certain way, I never forget one time I was wearing like a crop top and booty shorts, and I went to my dad and he was like, now that you have a kid, you have to respect yourself. You can't walk around looking like that. He's like, I understand you're young, but respect yourself. And if he's with you and letting you do that, he doesn't respect you.
That part.
True.
I still stay with him like a fool, but I look back now on that and I'm like, wow, I wish I would have actually paid attention and actually listened.
But that's the thing that having a father does, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not saying that you're incapable, but that's this conversation, right? And so when I tell him to find the girls who know who their real daddies are, not just want to call you daddy, but have a daddy in real life. He be thinking I'm being mean, but I'm not mean.
But also, I think it's important too, you date a woman that has a mother that's happy. That I think matters. I think I seen a video where they said studies show that a child that grows up in a household with a happy mother, they end up being more happy people and live a healthier life. I agree with that.
Listen,
I also don't think women should, this is terrible, but like when a man is raised by a single mother, they're usually terrible niggas. Terrible.
I beg thy pardon.
Why you say that?
Because they don't understand the value of a man in the household. So they think that you're supposed to struggle like their mama did. So like if you're a man that didn't at least have a stepdad in your home, I'm probably cool on you. Probably cool. Not saying you can't be an exception, but I'm watching for that red flag of like, my mama did it all by herself.
Oh, that definitely
like
is a red
I'm
flag.
not your mother, bro, and
I ain't gonna lie. If this were like a year ago, I probably would disagree with you. But now that I'm getting more versed in the dating life, it definitely shows. Like the people that were born or raised in 2-parent households versus the people that are either single mom or single dad, it's definitely like completely different.
I think for me, because I've seen my parents fight for their marriage as many years as they have, I fight for my relationships a little more.
That's what I'm saying.
It could be a blessing and a curse though, because I fought for relationships that I ain't had no business being in.
But that's the crazy part. I feel like nowadays, everyone be so quick to jump to the next one because they had that mentality. Oh, you can find another blah 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 anywhere. But the point is, there's no relationship you're gonna be in that you're not gonna fight at some point. You just gotta pick your struggles. I feel like when, like you said earlier, create that critical conversation. That's what I call it, right? It's all about you list your criticals. This is what I'm looking for. If you do X, Y, and Z, I'm not messing with you. But at some point, like I said, if you're messing, say for my example, right? If I'm messing with a girl and she covers all 10 bases, and on the 11th one is like I don't agree with, the pros and cons chart, bro. If the pros outweigh the cons, and that one little thing might be like when I'm not messing with, all right, you just gotta balance it out. Some people just see one thing that be a problem, and they be trying to be like, yeah, I'm cool off of you.
But it also depends on what that one thing is.
It does.
Because if the one red flag you have is that you punch me every Friday, I'm out. You wildin'. I don't care.
I also say this. I just want you guys to know, and this is. They're gonna hate me. This is a study that shows that if you're raised with a single father, you come out better than if you're raised with a single mother. There is something.
Well, I think the study they were talking about that. The guy said somebody said that, and then the woman said no. It's actually when you grow up in a household with a happy mother. I forgot what the lady said or as to why, but basically seeing your mother happy makes you end up having a happier life. That's basically how she described it. Because at first, the study, like I guess they both did studies in the beginning. And a couple years ago, they said single father, yeah, but now it's switched around.
Well, I just want to pivot.
Some women's organization pay for that shit. There's something about strong male presence, even with kids. Like you ever see little kids? Like women could be telling a little kid like stop, and you got the weakest man in the room tell the kid to stop, and it'll listen to the man. Like there's something for that, you know what I mean? And that shows up in other ways.
That's like my daughters. I swear my daughters like my boyfriend more than me. And he said he's not biologically their dad, but you can't tell them different.
Yeah.
And I've been here all y'all life, and y'all gonna treat me this way.
I've been here all y'all life.
How dare y'all?
Because they don't even know you like that. They just met you. Don't even know me like that.
I could tell them over and over again, stop, stop, stop. He walk in the room, he just look at them.
Because they know you don't stand on business. That's why.
I beat they behind. He don't beat them. I beat them, and you should be more scared of me.
It's different. Even, I don't know, it's just weird. Even if you have a dog, the dog will listen to the man more than a woman. It's so weird. It's weird.
But just to pivot real quick, before we have to wrap this up, I want to ask you this. So what qualities do you think a woman has to have that a man wants to keep them around? Like an asset versus a liability, in a sense.
That's dependent on the man. I know that sounds like a little like cliche, but like some niggas like birds. So like I could sit here and be like,
that's true.
So personalize it. Why do men keep you around, Miss Nina? Because it can't be a face card.
Yo, you ate shit.
Violence is an option.
Pay prescription to see the fight after.
Nina? Subscription.
We'll throw that in.
I got my daddy's last name. Stop playing with me. But I would say I think I'm a good nurturer. And I'm really freaking smart. Like I'm actually smart in real life. And I think like my ability to execute is unmatched. Like I'm a utility. Like I'm like a Swiss Army knife. I just jump in there and kind of like make it happen.
Those are the affirmations you write in your little notebook next to your bed or something?
No, you hater. No, I'm gonna be honest. Like, and I think like a lot of people are not good at that. Like, not good at nurturing, right? Because like, it's easy to say what you want, right? And then if you think that the only thing you have to give back is coochie, you're failing. You could get more out of a man being a good nurturer and never even touch him once. He will cross the ocean for you, bend towers for you.
That part.
You can sleep with someone and he'll do nothing for you. So there's something to be said for being able to pour into someone. I'm able to like see what you got going on. And this is if I'm invested, right? But like see what you got going on. And my first thought is, how do I make this better?
That's me. I'm the same
All
way.
a man needs is a strong woman that's going to
I'm the
motivate
same
behind
way.
you, man. Put that battery in my back to get up outside and be like, yo, I'm getting to it today because I need to do this not for me, but for us.
I think what used to frustrate me before meeting the person I'm with now is that I would always be that person in every relationship, and I'll end up getting like the short end of the stick because that's just who I am as a person and as a woman when I'm dating a man.
Clip him. If he doesn't pour back into you, clip
I
him.
had to learn that though. But now it's like I used to get so frustrated because I'm like, I'm gonna just stop being this way. But I had to learn. It's not that I have to change. I have to change who I'm dealing with, not me.
And also, like,
That part.
if a man asks you what you bring to the table, leave the table. Leave the fucking table. If he doesn't inherently see value in a woman, like I inherently
I think
see.
it's an insulting question.
I think so. I inherently see value in men. Like I know that having a man around is valuable. Period. Full stop. If you don't know that having a woman around is valuable, I don't need to be here. So if you're asking,
Or maybe they're just gay.
They are gay. They are. So there's a lot of men that are sexually heterosexual but emotionally homosexual.
That part.
So they don't.
He has a lot of friends like that.
You have to relax. You have to relax.
I didn't know I was feeding into gunshots, but it is true. There's a lot of men who are like they
hate women.
They're raging homosexuals. They just are afraid to take it up the butt. So they
hate women. They
have sex with women instead. But like they do hate women, and no matter what you say to a man like that, it's never gonna be enough. Oh, I cook for you. So what? I could cook for myself. I could clean for myself. I don't need you for anything. Oh, I can have sex with mad girls. Why would I do that for you? And it's like, okay, bro, like you're gay.
Real
like,
sassy.
You're very sassy. You're gay. And like, I appreciate the fact that you're telling me you're homosexual now rather than later. And like, I'm out. Like, I don't think you should do that. I think you should like.
I think a real man, to start, they don't argue with women. A real man doesn't argue with a woman.
At all.
Period.
At all.
Yeah, I've definitely learned that after my therapy. It's like, bro, If you want to be mad, I'm gonna let you be mad, get your bars off. I'm just gonna step away, and I'm gonna revisit this a little later. And you know, when obviously you want to bring your voice down, you know, you want to talk at a. All right, let's talk about what we was going through this morning, or you know, the day before. But I will say, to the point made earlier, I definitely learned that too. I caught myself in the past doing that, being on some like, "What did you bring to the table?" thing. But at this point, even just as a man, if I gotta ask that, yeah, I'm like, nah, she definitely know. Because there's girls I've been with that I'll be like, "Yo, no funny. If I stop messing with you tomorrow, nothing changes in my life." And I used to say that like it was a bar, but it really ain't. That's actually a problem on my side because I should be hurt if you leave me. Like you should I should feel like my castle will collapse if I don't have you by my side. Mm-hmm. So now that I started like moving like that, that's why I be so quick to cut people off now. Or at least women I deal with, 'cause I'm like, yo, bro, realistically, you did not add nothing. You're just a bill. Once again, a liability instead of an asset. Mm-hmm. You're not bringing nothing to the table. I should feel like, yo, if I don't have you by my side, I will crumble. But as it stands right now, I have not found that, and I'm not finding that in this said market that we're in.
I think like
that's piss in it.
Hey,
piss in the dating pool.
Yep.
I will say this. That's being a nurturer, right? Like it's never gonna be something big that you do. It's something small, right? Mm-hmm. So like, I used to work at night or late hours, and then like my person at the time used to wake up to go to work at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I would be tired, like dead tired, but I would wake up and make him coffee every morning before he left for work.
Things. Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes he had coffee, sometimes he didn't, right? But it was just like, hey, I know you got to get up. Mm-hmm. I know you're trying to make a way for us. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make myself get up early, make this coffee, and I'm going back to bed. So you get up, by the time you get out the shower, coffee's made, mm-hmm. and you go to work, and I'm going to get up later on when I wake up, right? It's those little things because mm-hmm. it lets them know that, like, I care about what you're doing for us to be great, right? Or I'm going to take all these other little things off the table. Like, you could replace me, sure.
You're not going to get the same experience.
But you're not going to get the same experience.
If you don't get your family dollar ass up out of here, no, we stop.
You love it over here.
I'm just saying, I ain't a fan. This ain't no great value. This ain't Walmart, okay, at all. This is not a Walmart experience. But I think, like, again, that goes back to, like, when you think of yourself as a liability, I know I'm not a liability. So if you treat me like one, I'm not fucking with you. Mm. If someone looked at me and said, you're just a bill, I'd be like...
And your mom's a hoe.
You have to relax. Yo, that is wild.
If someone looks at you like you're just a bill, you got to ask yourself why you're still there. Mm-hmm. Like, and if you're still there for a reason, execute the reason, get the fuck away from them. If you're, let's say you're in school, I'm gonna say school because that's like something common, right? Let's say you're fucking with somebody who's taking care of you and you're in school. And you just know you have to graduate. And he's talking a little crazy. Maybe he's not like doing anything crazy. But he's like, oh, you're a bill. All right, cool. Get through what you got to get through.
Get your money and leave.
Line up what you got to line up. Mm-hmm. And exit stage left. Because you're not going to change his perspective on you.
Oh, you still had like bars left?
But I think it's the same way for women.
Look at you. Very long-winded.
If she, you could cut it. If she, you should cut it actually. Same thing for a man. If a man is with a woman and she's not pouring into you and she's not like bigging you up and like, yo, like telling you that your raps are great when they're not.
Welcome to the Shade Room, episode 2.
Maybe that's not the person for you, right? Or even if when your raps are trash, in fact, if she's not encouraging you to do something else that is going to be good, maybe that's not the person for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the little things that matter. You got to find somebody who's pouring into you 100% to the point where you're like, all right, cool. Everything should be easier. Everything, you should be getting more money.
But sometimes, see, I feel like with that too, sometimes I be feeling bad. Like, that if I have any friends that aren't experiencing that.
It's their fault. Be by yourself. People should learn how to be by themselves, love themselves, be one with themselves. Because if you're always searching for someone to complete you, then you're not going to ever be satisfied.
It's true.
Like, Relationships are two whole people that come together and build an experience together. Your partner should not complete you. That's a very high bar to give someone else, and you're setting them up for failure.
And sometimes when you're broken, you're going to mess around and cut the next person beside you. Now they're broken too. Y'all both broken people.
Yep.
Listen, you guys are two lovely young ladies, but we do need to cut this, you know?
He
All
likes
right.
bleeding on
After
people.
the pod.
We might, we got to get you back up here, man. We need you to expound on some more points, you know? We let you live today, you know? You're a nice, lovely guest. We let you live today. But next
We did
time
the
we see
PG
you,
version. PG version.
we on that ass, you heard?
Listen, I'm of good kind soul. I go to church on Sundays.
But yo, listen, that's the conclusion. Episode 4, Being Black is Ghetto podcast. You know, follow the lovely co-host. I'm Patty J. Follow our lovely other guest, Nina Lee.
Miss Nina Lee.
Miss.
I'm a lady.
Don't worry, it's gonna
What's your
pop up under
Instagram?
you. You
It
know.
Throw it
doesn't
out
matter.
there.
They're going to stay in pending hell. I'm never accepting them, so it doesn't matter. But if they want to like live in perpetuity of hell, it's MISSNINALEIGH. I'm never accepting your request, though. Sign it.
Well, and we're out.
Giving me a cash app. But anyway, it's your boy Jay Evans. Episode 4 of the BBIG podcast. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on all social Follow us on all social platforms. And we are signing out. We out of here.
And we're out.